Gajananam Bhutanadi Sevitam Gajananam Bhutanadi Sevitam Kapittajambhupal 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 Sarabhaktitam Sarabhaktitam Umasutam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakara Kapittajambhupalasaravakkitam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakaranam Namami 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 Padapankajam Namami Vigneshwara Padapankajam.
Wow, wow, wow. Namaskar, Neelaji. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be in conversation with you. And thank you for taking time out today. Um, this is the 73rd YaarAnad virtual Bhaitak series, and I'm so delighted, in fact, to be. Your contribution is known by everyone, but for me to be in conversation with you, I'm like thrilled.
That's real.
Yes. And if I may just take a couple of minutes to say a few words to everybody. And so, friends, this is a very good Sunday morning to all of you. And I hope you've all been behaving well, not dancing around in the streets and messing around with the door handles of your neighbors. The doctors say don't do that. Keep clean. Keep distant. The virus is here, and we have to learn how to live with it. But yes, we don't have to contract it. So I hope you're doing enough to keep it at bay. This is the 73rd YaarAnad virtual Bhaitak Mela, and I'm in conversation, as you can see already, with Vidushi Neela Ramgopal. She's one of our nation's finest protagonists of classical music, awarded by the Sangeet Natak Academy recently. Neela Ramgopal ji is an eminent, of course, Carnatic vocalist and teacher. Very importantly for me personally, she's a pedagogue based in Bengaluru. She started her training under Sri Sadagopalachari in Kumbakonam, and later on she continued her studies with Sri T.K. Rangachari. She has presented vocal recitals throughout the country. She's toured around the world, including the United Kingdom and the United States. She's an A-grade artist of the All India Radio since 1965, and she's been honored with many titles, including the Karnataka Kalashri from the Karnataka State Government Sangeet Nritya Academy. A devoted and a much sought-after teacher, Ramgopal has transcribed 50 Tamil compositions in Kannada script, I really want to hear about that. Nilambari, an institution she founded, recorded her rendition of the 72 Mela Karta Kritis, another interest of mine. And she is particularly known for knowledge of rare repertoire composed by Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar. All these are all my interests. So I'm like a very hungry, hungry fellow at your doorstep, Neelaji. Welcome again to the virtual Bhaitak series. And how are you doing today? Did we steal you from your Sunday morning chores? Have we?
No, yes, no, it's a pleasure for me to meet you and talk something about the music.
So you're telling me you're not angry with me, is it?
No, not at all, not at all.
That's
That's
so very
I know.
kind.
Uh,
I've so it has been a fantastic journey also for me. I started my conversations. Of course, I've had over the years conversations with Professor Ramanathan, Professor Janaki Raman, Vidwan T.V. Sankar Narayanan, who was my colleague at the Sangeet Natak Academy from 2008, 9 till 14. So we had lots of time to spend together and discuss. And by way of this virtual Bhaitak series, I've been since I renounced my flying career in 1990, I've been documenting. And these conversations is the format is what I've done since then. Much of it is in the archives, but this is happening virtually and in public view. So it is something that I've continued. We started the Carnatic Sangeet conversation as part of this Bhaitak series with the former vice chairperson of the Sangeet Natak Academy, a very dear elderly friend of mine, Vidushi Aruna Sairamji. We started last month, and I'm looking forward to seeing through your glass some of the compositions that you've had the chance to analyze, to study their structure, the mutualism between the Rag, Tal, Shabad and Avadhanu, or the Surati, as we consider the four pillars of Kirtana, the praise of Parampurkh Parameswara. So I'm really looking forward. Tell us, after all these years that you've been singing now, since 65 with the radio, but of course learning began early days. What do you think is Sangeet to you now, after the water has flowed, since the glacier began, dripping the nectar drop, it has been some time. Tell us, what is your perception of Sangeet today, as you see?
Sangeet makes me everything. I never knew I'll become a musician or artist.
I see.
All of it, I had an opportunity to make a vow that I should become a musician. So from that period onwards, I started learning music with great difficulty, but no good teacher was available for me. And I did all the struggle in my life. And afterwards, some sonas I was getting. Even then, I was not very well satisfied, because many people are getting many good tuitions and many teachings from the stalwarts, galaxy of people, which I missed in my life. But still, I was able to make to the world that I am somebody here now. That is my satisfaction.
That is wonderful. How was it when you began in your, how old were you when you began? You mentioned that it was not your first choice. Take us to your childhood, yeah.
So I started my music, tuition from 23rd year. My 23rd year with two children.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. In South India, you are supposed to know some music. When the bridegroom comes to see the bride, she should sing.
I see.
For that, for that purpose we were learnt music,
So
not
when,
for the love of music.
if
Yeah,
I may interrupt you, when the
yeah.
bridegroom came to see you, what did you sing? Do you remember
I was
this song?
I sang a Vasudevayani in Kalyani Raga by Tyagaraja.
Can you sing that for us, please?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
ವಾಸುದೇವಯನಿ ಬೆಡಲಿನೈದೋ ಬಾರಿ ಕೊನಿ ಗಲತೆ ಶ್ರೀ ವಾಸುದೇವಯನಿ ಬೆಡಲಿನೈದೋ ಬಾರಿ ಕೊನಿ ಗಲತೆ ಶ್ರೀ ವಾಸುದೇವ வாசவாதி முதல் பூதி துடை 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 வாரிஜனயன மதினிதலசு தூணுமாசுதேவ எனிவேடின ஈரோ வாரி போயலதே ஸ்ரீ வாசுதேவ.
Wow. This is what you sang, and what did the bridegroom say? He says, "Whoa, that was."
all, they were all music lovers.
I see.
So they were more interested in music than the girl must be.
I see.
So
That's beautiful.
see, they said, okay.
I, I see.
So that is how my wedding took place.
So you,
Because of,
I see.
because of
Because of your music. That's so sweet.
yeah.
That was the only song you sang that day, or you sang something else that you remember? Just one?
Only one.
I see.
Only one.
Uh-huh.
That
I
is
see.
one. Because they take that opportunity to see the girl nicely, so that how does she sings, how does she sing? Not only that, her behavior, her walking, everything will be noticed.
I see.
Those days they are like that.
I see. And
I am 85 years old. When I got married, I was 18.
wow, that's amazing. And how has been the married life?
Married life was fantastic, except I did have some ailments
I
like
see.
cancer,
I
those
see.
things, one or two. Otherwise, I had a very, very sweet and smooth life.
That's wonderful. Compliments.
Yeah. So far,
Compliments for that.
as far as my husband is concerned, and also the music, except I struggled for my music teachers.
I see. So how was it like when you studied the Kriti that you sang? Who taught you? Your mom taught you, or your father, or was there a teacher that you went to as a child?
No. Even though my father was a amateur violinist,
I
he
see.
didn't teach us anything. One teacher, it was a remote village of Kumbakonam. There were no teachers at all. There was only one. From Kumbakonam, he used to come from Kumbakonam
I see.
and teach us. The fees was 10 rupees then.
Wow.
So every 2 days he used to come, and we never knew the value of music those days. Just like that, the music was taught, and both my sister and myself used to sing. And the evening we used to practice, not for the love of music,
I
just
see.
like that.
Just like that. And your sister was younger to you or older to you?
She is younger to me, but they are not at all continuing music. I
I
am the
see.
only one. continue.
Did you? So she's younger to you. Did you get to bully her, or was she the tough girl?
She used to sing okay music,
Okay.
but now she is in US.
Okay. No, I was asked. I was actually teasing you. Did you get to, because she's younger to you? Did you bully her, or she was the naughtier one?
But I used to bully her, pull her like that.
Okay. So tell us about the first teacher, and the search for the teacher, as you mentioned. How did it go through? Whom did you find eventually that you thought was someone
After
that you
that,
were satisfied?
yeah, my teacher from village, he was a very ordinary one, but that was the wedding is over, and after the wedding, I took a vow from some opportunity. Then one of my family friends, YaarAnad,
Hmm.
he was a critic in Hindu. He was very good in music, but he was not a performing artist.
Uh-huh.
He came to our house once in Bangalore from Chennai, and I told him all my miseries, sorrowful with tears.
Oh,
I there, but nobody is there. I want to learn music. He said, "Don't cry. I am here to teach you."
I see.
Immediately he took me my house, stayed with me for 1 week, and taught me all the 24 hours.
Wow. How was it
More or
like?
less.
How did that conversation, what was the first thing? Do you remember the
No,
compositions?
it was not from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
He immediately took the best song for Tyagaraja of
Whoa.
Tyagaraja.
Wow.
Karu Mukari Raga.
Can you kindly sing that for us? It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
That was Karu Baru Seyu Varu Karu Baru Seyu Varu Seyu Varu Galade ni Ibale Saketa Nagari Muriwaru Desha Janu Vara Muriwaru Desha Janu Vara Muri Varu Desha Janu Vara Mulu Pago Su Bauku Lai Aru Seyu Varu Galare Ni Ibale Saketa Nagari ನೆಲಕು ಮೂಡುವಾ ನಲಗಿಲ ನೀದ್ಯಲ ನೆಲಕು ಮೂಡುವಾ ನಲಗಿಲ வீதியல நே கலிகி ரேகா யோ கலிகி சலமுதயவ ரஹி உலுகா லே சலமு கயவ ரஹி உலுகா லே சாது யாக ராஜ மோதுனி ராமா காரு பாரு சேயு வாரு ಗಲರೇ ನೀ ಬಲಸ ನಗರಿ
Oh, that's fantastic. And this is the first composition he taught you.
Yeah, first composition. Can't believe my own years. We used to sing all the time, and his body came to me just like that in 1 week.
I see.
So he was happy to continue my teaching quite often. So every year I used to go to his house in Chennai and get the training.
And
for 15
wow.
years, continue.
15 years.
Only 15 days in a year.
15 days in a year, I see.
In a year, for the music season, I used to go and get the lessons from him for 15 days, come back home, do the practice.
I see.
That was my struggle.
Wow.
Because no one was available in Bangalore to my satisfaction.
I see. This is amazing. And how was it like? I mean, as you mentioned that at the time, of course, you had already tamed the groom. That means you could sing. Your singing had an impact. And you already had children, and you began, of course, the intense study. How was it like studying from him? Was it just kritis, as you mentioned, the very first week you were straight into the compositions? But did he go over over compositions repertoire, which are very important as a pedagogy in terms of studying? How did he give you the art? I mean, how did he make you practice? What are the tools of practice that he gave you?
He used to teach me quite well, and he will not give me notations.
I see.
You cannot have notes. He will keep on singing and singing and singing. For 100 times he used to sing. So by the time you go home, you automatically will get everything. You can internalize everything. It was so nice and pakka. So you cannot escape from not learning well.
Right.
But it was very, very nice teaching. And he was not a performer, and he was an artist. He was not a musician. There is some difference between a musician and an artist.
But that's
He has yes.
Please continue. Yeah.
Oh, he has learned it from one Brinda Mukta of yesteryears. They were so very, very beautifully. They can sing very beautifully.
I see.
Though they were very, very big lineage. this Bhai Guru was the disciple of that Vrindavan.
I see. I see. Did he tell about his time of learning from Muktaji?
Muktaji, yeah.
What did he tell you? What was the how did he learn? Did he tell you about what it was like to study?
He never told me all those things.
I see.
Because maybe I was too small to listen to all those
I see.
things.
I see.
I was only 23 and I didn't bother to learn all those things. No?
I see.
I was more interested in mind getting lessons and do something.
See. That's wonderful. And about yes.
He's a person. He is a friend. He should be friendly with all the other musicians. Like YaarAnad Krishan and there is Raghava Rao. So many musicians over there. They will have lots of, every day they used to meet and talk about music and sing together. That is how they are getting music also, along with Vrindavan.
That's wonderful. And talking of the pedagogy, in terms of, are there, you mentioned about the Lakshan Geetas, and can you share with us something of a Lakshan Geeta to begin with? I mean, to continue this conversation ahead, yeah?
Yeah, if you take up one raga, the Lakshana, the identification of the raga is explained in that raga Lakshana. Like, there are 7 notes, 7 notes in Saptaswara. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. Sa is constant. Rishabha has 3 Rishabhas. Shuddha Rishabham, Chatushuti Rishabham, Shatshuti Rishabham. Sa like Re is Shuddha Rishabham. Re, Chatushuti. Re, upper. There are 3 types of Rishabham. Same way, 3 types of Gandhara. Ga, 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 like that. It goes degree, by degree it goes up. There, I like that Madhyamam, you have got 2 Madhyamams, Shuddha Madhyamam and Prati Madhyamam. Ma, ma. It is in Hindustani music also. And Panchamam, Pancha, Pa is constant. Same way, Daivatam, Da, there are 3 Daivatams. Ni, there are 3 Nis. And Sa, upper Sa, Ta is constant. To have that glimpse of what Rishabham should be used for this raga, it is given. For example, I have taken up Kedara Gaudai. It is a raga. Kedara Gaudai is a derival from Harikambodi raga. Yes, derival means parental. Parental raga Harikambodi. So this, the Kedara Gauda, what swarams you should sing? Sa, Re, Ma, Pa, Ni, Sa, Sa, Ni, Da, Pa, Ma, Da, Re, Sa. So within this scale, you will have to sing that raga. So for example, Shadja is constant, Rishabha is Chatushuti Rishabha. Sa, Re. And then Gandhara is Varjya. Varjya means no Gandhara. Ma, Sada. Sa, Ma is Shuddha Madhyama. Pa is constant. There is no Daivatam. Pa, Ni, Sa. So according to this scale, the raga is built up. Tadavilla, Rima, Pa, Ni, Da, Pa, Magari, Rima, Pa, Ni, Sa, Ni, Da, Pa, Ma, Pa, Ni, Sa, Ni, Magari, Gari, Sa, Ni, Da, Pa, Ni, Sa, ni da pa sa sa ni da pa ni da pa la pa ma ga re ima pa ma ga ri sa ima pa ni sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa ima pa ni sa ima ni da pa ma ga ri sa ima pa ni sa ima ma ga ri sa ni da pa pa ma ga ri sa ima pa ni sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa. This is known as Raga Bidi. I am singing in Swaras. It is in Akara. Na na la na na To depict the swaras, the raga lakshana consists of all these swaras. It is a opening lesson.
And this is the one that you sang. Where did you study this one? Was it from same the?
No. This is from. Yes, the author is there.
I see.
I used to forget the names.
I see. Srikara Purvandita.
Yeah.
Yes. You mentioned that.
No, the author's name. This is Sangraha Chudamani Govinda.
I see.
Govinda.
And this is how you.
Because this is all elementary lessons.
Yes.
We never get the names of the authors.
Right, exactly. And so this is how you begin the education. First is the Rag Lakshan, the Rag Bidhi. What do you call the Rag Bidhi?
No, first lesson is Sarigama Padanisa.
Yeah.
Ayamala Goda.
The scale.
You get to know many ragas like Kandaragode, Sahana, all those things. To understand the raga, using the Arovana, that is going up and coming down. And then you learn a Varnam. Varnam means is a simple swaras which introduces the raga.
I see.
That is known as Varnam. And you get to know about the swaras as well as the Sahitya. Sahitya part comes before the Kriti learning.
Indeed.
This is Varnam. Second one is Varnam.
Can you share with us one Varnam?
Yeah, Varnam. It is now I am singing a Kedaragoda Varnam by Tiruvattiyu Tyagaya.
I see.
Swami Daya Duda Amachi Samaya Mula Rabhumi Velayo Simadadi Puri Nivasa Sita Gaya Sanida Panida Padava Magari Pama Panida Pama Nita Niri Magari Sani Niri Sani Nida Padava Magari Panisami Daya. First they are introducing the Sahitya part and then there comes the Swara part. This is known as Charanam. Ni Sati Dora Neganani Sati Dora Neganani Sanidapa Magari Mapani Sati Dora Negana Nidabadaba Nidabamapada Taba Magari 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 Gari Sagari Sari Pani Sani Sari Magari Magari Mapani Dab Sani Sari Samagari Sani Dabani Daba Magari Magari Mapani Sati Dora Negana Ni Sani Daba Mapani Sa Risanida Mabani Sani Sanida Pama Pama Geri Pama Pama Nida Pada Papa Geri Mama Pa Pama Geri Nida Pama Pasanida Pari Sanida Pari San Nigari Sari Rima Geri Gari Sa Rita Nida Pari Sarita Mapada Pa Magari Mapani Sati Dora Nega Nani Sati Dora. Generally, Carnatic music is based only on bhakti. It is calling God. Sati Dora. Nobody is equivalent to you. You are a Lord. Like that it goes, the Sahitya. All Tyagaraja, Swami Dikshitar, Syama Shastri, and all the other authors also, they have done only on the basis of bhakti only. The main thing is only bhakti. So same way, these varnas also is composed on bhakti.
But is the in the contemporary times when it has become the bhakti was done by the bhaktas, but now musicians sing the songs of bhakti. Is there a distance? Is there a difference between the act of engaging in bhakti for mere performance or for actual bhakti? Is there a difference?
Yes, yes. If you sing, the music itself is bhakti. Music itself is nadam. Music itself is God. The nadam note, that is God. Even sometimes I used to feel when I am singing, forgetting my own self, I used to see, not exactly on the physical side, I used to feel the God. Nobody can believe, but it should be experienced by their self, oneself. I cannot say, no, I have seen. No, you cannot believe. I can feel God. The nada is there, no? The music, the nada, that makes you feel one with the God.
It's like the praise, the one who is engaging in the praise, in the kirti of Parameshwara, and the one who is praised, the Paramatma, becoming one.
Yeah, that's it. Only praise. Praising God always. From all sides. Praising God only.
But is there a difference between, let's say, Nad Brahma, everybody says, but Nad is from the Brahma, from the Parampurkh Parameshwara. The Nirankara Mandala has no Nad. It is Anadi. It is the Shunya Sthiti. But the Nad is, the moment the intent is to create, there is a Nad, formation of Nad. In the Omkara, Mandala of the Omkara, there is Nad. In the Mandala of Nirankara, there is nothing. Nobody knows. It's a para. In the mandal of Omkar is the Pashyanti, the origin of thought, then Madhyama and Baikari. How are you able to touch from the mandal of the Omkar? Have you been able to touch the mandal of the Nirankar? Is it possible to touch?
Yes,
Even to touch?
the Shruti and your voice, it is exactly the Shruti, the Shruti is the Nadam. If you go deep into the Shruti and you forget yourself with God, that is the point you want to touch. Whatever I say, you cannot believe, you cannot experience, but you should experience yourself.
Beautiful.
No.
Yes.
Am I right?
How can you be wrong? And you mean there is a space where Neela Ramgopal forgets herself, where there is only witnessing?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And after Varnam, you take up Kriti. Kriti means Kirtan. You're full of words, all praising God only, in various forms, various gods. There are too many gods. Gods are all too many, but still there is only one God. That is what our Paramacharya says. That is what we believe. So, gods take, like your uncle is his mama. That mama is her father, like that. The relationship changes, no? Same way, all the gods may be changing. So many gods are there, but there is only one God. That God only we are praying. Whichever language, whichever shape, whichever form you want to sing, you are welcome.
So which Kirti are you going to sing for us today?
Now I can sing in Kedarkola itself. Venugana lolu niganna vekan nolukavalane. Venugana Lola means Krishna, who has got flute. So you should have 1,000 eyes to see his beauty. That's what the Kirtana says. Venugana lolu niganna vekan nolukavalane. 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 Venugana veti jyoti. Venugana veti jyoti. Raga Venugana veti jyoti. Raga Venugana lolu కన్నులుగా వరేనే వేణుగానలోలుని గన్నవే కన్నులు కావలెనే వికసిత పంకజములములు వివిధ నాటక రోకరి పోకరి కరముల నీడి జోడ కన్నులగ శుకరవములు గరతరును సొగసుగాను పాడగా సుకరవములు గరతరునులు సొగసుగాను పాడగా సకల సూరులు యాగరాను సకొని వచ్చే వేణుగానలోని గనరే కన్నులుగా వరేనే వేణుగానలోని గనరే కన్నులుగా వరేనే.
Wow, 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 wow. What a beautiful song. So this is the key. Yes.
Telugu. There are many songs in Kannada as well as Tamil and Sanskrit. So many things on God.
I see. And Muthuswami Dikshitar's, you've sung now Tyagayars and then Tyagaraja Swami Tyagaraja's. Is it possible that you give us some example of Muthuswami Dikshitar's composition?
Yeah, you will get.
And how do you think how do you see, are they different? Muthuswami Dikshitar, Swami Tyagaraja and Shama Shastri.
Tyagaraja's songs are very, very simple in words as well as the expression also. Though entirely bhakti only. Of course, Muthuswami Dikshitar also entirely bhakti. But Muthuswami Dikshitar was very versatile in Sanskrit also. He has composed all the songs in Sanskrit.
I see.
So it is supposed to be very difficult to learn one Muthuswami Dikshitar. You can learn 3 or more Tyagaraja Kirtanas, you can learn in that same time.
I see.
Whereas Muthuswami is very difficult to digest.
I see.
It's very intricacies there, too much.
I see.
Now I will sing a song of Muthuswami Dikshitar in Lalita Panjama.
Okay.
Brigadishwari Bhajarachita Brigadishwari Bhajarachita Brigadishwari Bhajarachita Brigadishwari Bhajarachita Brahmendari Muta Jaga Janani Brigadishwari Bhajarachita Brahmendari Muta Jaga Janani Brigadishwari Bhajarachita Brahmendari Janani Brigadishwari Bhajarachita. Brigadisha Manola Sakarini Brigadisha Manola Sakarini Brigadisha Manola Sakarini Brahmanda Marubini Brigadisha Manola Sakarini Brahmanda Swarupa Karini Maha Tripura Sundari Srikari Mahatripura Sundari Srikari Lalita Panchamara Bodhayakari Mahatripura Sundari Srikari Lalita Panchamara Bodhayakari Ishwari Bhajane Chitta Brahmendrari Udaya Janani Ishwari Niraja Taranayani Udugarani Jani Tanjapura Nivasini Niraja Taranayani Udugarani Tanjapura Nivasini Tungada Tumaparini Nirajaya Sukha Pranayini Nityananda Varuni Nirajaya Sukha Pranayini Nityananda Varuni Swari Bhajare Chitta Brahme Radi Janani
Wow, wow. Quite a structure, quite an architecture, musical architecture there. And I see that you're saying every line multiple ways, two, three ways.
Known as Sangatis.
Uh-huh.
To make it more beautiful, the raga,
Mm-hmm.
to make the raga more beautiful, you add Sangatis.
Uh-huh.
So that makes the elaboration of the raga also.
So when the original composition from Muthuswami Dikshitar is the one line, and then the improvisation is done as in our tradition, in the Gurbani Sangeet tradition of in the Golden Temple Parampara, they would at least sing one line 3 to 5 ways. Every line. Is this similar what you do also in that? There's one main line and then the elaboration variations are made.
Exactly. It's done by our old people years ago. So nowadays you cannot add some more Sangatis along with it. It will be too much.
Right.
It's already done. Many people have done. Many stalwarts have done and added Sangatis to all the Kathis.
I see.
So that will do. Not necessary to also add.
Right. For example, in there are few that were doing my mind. There's one very beautiful 11-beat Char Tal Di Savari, as we call composition. The original would be Are ma gare sani are ma pada pa gare ma gare nim sa. So the asthai is Sobanayu Bhiva bhai gayogi na chela. So this, for example, sobna bhi bhai. But then my great great uncle Baba Jwala Singh would do the gamak or the lehka. Sobna bhi bhai. So sobna bhi bhai. So these kind of variations would be made in between. Is it something similar to how you? I see.
Exactly. Same thing.
I
Same
see.
thing. And it beautifies the raga better.
Right.
And for a student to learn how to sing the raga, you learn many kritis. So that all the inputs will be, when you are singing raga, it will automatically come. You can really beautify the raga. So that is why all the many kritis should be learned first. Afterwards only that Manodharma.
Right. It's just like one raga. It's not possible to codify in one composition.
Yeah.
Because raga is like an ocean or a big pond which you take one bucket is a composition.
Right.
And it could be the sahitya also. If it is melancholy vairagya, then it would be a different kind of a composition. The pace could be different. If it is celebrative, it could be it's a sarcasm, little ladai, fight with the Parameswara, it could be different. Gratitude would be different. Is it how you see also different compositions have different flavor?
Yes. Different flavors, different authors, different compositions, different languages. So Andhra style will be little different from Kannada style. Tamil style will be little different. So you learn everything and put together and make your own.
I see. So the language also has, you've seen the difference. Can you elaborate? Can you elaborate a little on that?
Not the language, the system, the raga singing.
I see.
Of Telugu people will be different. Little different, of course, yes, because they are different people, and the Kerala people are different.
I see. Can you illustrate a little difference, like take a kriti and how would they be singing in Tamil Nadu and how in Kannada is sung? Can you illustrate something?
I am not supposed to sing like that.
I see. I see.
We'll take.
I see. No, I didn't know. So I am asking if it is possible to see the analysis.
Yeah.
I see. So
that cannot do. But generally, Carnatic music means the seat of music is Chennai.
Right.
Bangalore people are also equally good, but comes.
Right.
The but
I see.
Singing is in Chennai.
So it is to do with improvisation. How they improvise in there is different.
Improvisation and the new sangatis are coming out.
I see.
Because of the youngsters coming up like something. All of a sudden, a boom of youngsters in Carnatic music in Chennai.
I see.
They are doing a wonderful job nowadays. They are more authentic and more, what do you call it, than the galaxy of the people.
I see.
Those people, they are very good in singing, okay, I agree. But technically, these people are doing much more than the old people.
I see.
Now,
is it because they are more informed in the sense that in the 50 years ago it was not possible to see. Right now there's so much of documentation. Like I can sit here and analyze something recorded 100 years ago. So I'm benefiting. So my awareness is growing. I'm able to see the music or styles or improvisation of 50 people, 100 people. I think that advantage is it's the first generation in a way where we can see who's benefiting from the archives. They can cross reference. Do you
They
think
are,
that is the reason why they are more informed, the current generation?
everybody is computer minded.
Yeah.
Everybody latest highly tech the, what do you call it? IT tech.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Everybody oh, better than everybody is learned people. All the musicians are learned, and everybody is professional qualifications they are having their hand, and with the music and along with the profession they are doing.
Right, right, right. And
Exactly.
so, if we come to, we've seen, you've shared with us the compositions of, as I said, now also of Muthuswami Dikshitar. Can we come to Shama Shastri
Yeah,
to continue the journey?
yeah.
Uh,
Also, is a very capable. His new his kriti also is very difficult to understand. Also, not like Tyagaraja. Tyagaraja kriti is so sweet and very easy to learn.
uh-huh.
Now I will sing a Shama Shastri kriti in in Saveri Raga.
I see.
Shama Shastri was very famous for his Tala structure.
I see.
And he used to take many things in Mishra Chap, that is one. Dimmi. Dimmi. That is very difficult. So in that structure he has composed many songs.
I see.
That why Shama Shastri songs are a little difficult to maintain.
I see.
Now I am singing a Shama Shastri Kriti in Tishra Gati.
I see.
Generally we used to sing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right.
Now I am singing the third. That is Tishra.
Uh-huh.
Shankari Shankuru Chandramukhi Akilandeshwari Shankari Shankuru Chandramukhi Akilandeshwari Shankari Shankuru Chandramukhi Akilandeshwari Sri Akilandeshwari Sri Akilandeshwari Shambhavi Sarasija Bhavavan Te Gauri Shankari Shankuru Chandramukhi Akilandeshwari Shambhavi Sarasita Bhavavan Te Gauri Sankata Rini Puginda Rini Kaya Ni Sankata Rini Puginda Rini Kaya Ni Sada Nata Baladayaki Paranayaki Jaga Janani Sada Nata Baladayaki Paranayaki Jaga Janani Shankari Shankuru Chandramukhi Akilandeshwari Shambhavi Sarasita Bhavavan Te Gauri Shama Krishna Sodari Shama Sodari Shama Krishna Sodari Shama Sodari Shama Krishna Sundari Shama Shabodari Shama Krishna Lone Lone Sadati Bandhana Shiri Sama Kana Lone Bale Sadati Bandhana Shiri Kari Chandpuri Chandramukhi Akila Deshwari Shambhani Sarasita Bhavavan Gauri
It's fantastic. What a flow. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What a fantastic flow. Wow, wow, wow. And this is beautiful. I'm just digesting it.
So sweet.
It has its own, a very intoxicating flow. It is very compelling. It just takes you along.
But you should be able to enjoy the
Yeah,
music,
yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Also the words. And you should know most of the kritis, you should know the meaning of the words also. Then only you can enjoy Nada, that is God. You should internalize the meanings of the words, as well as the music, as well as the Nada, as well as the Shruti, as well as the God.
Without internalization, what can happen? Nothing. It's just artificial. It's not music, isn't it? Yeah. And what are the other structures besides this? So we've seen the Varnam, we've seen the Kriti, we've seen the Mangalacharan in the beginning. We've seen the Bhajan, the Muthuswami Dikshitar, Shama Shastri. What other variety of compositions is there?
There are varieties of, there is Padam also, Padam.
Uh-huh.
Padam is meant for dancing generally.
I see.
And the God and his Bhakta, that is lover and the loved one, like that. So it is in a romantic mood, Padam, as well as the Javadi also.
I see.
Javadi, it should be sung like a flower, no sangatis and all those things, but it should be used for the, once again with love, that romantic feeling will be there in Javadi as well as Padam. Now in Padam, the lover will be wanting to see her lover who is not at all coming to her. So what is this? He is not at all coming to me. She is asking her friend for a thing, to go and tell him that I am waiting for him, just like that. It goes on like that.
I see.
General Padam and Javadi. There are also Tilanas.
Uh-huh.
Tilanas are also there.
Can you demonstrate quickly small examples of these?
Yeah. I will sing a Javadi.
Okay.
Samayamide rarana sami tamasina chapu rara. Please, Swami, please come. I am just waiting for you. Samayamide rarana sami tamasina chapu rara. Samayamire Rarana Sami Tamasya Chapora Samayamire Rarana Sami Tamasya Chapora Samayamide Rarana Sami Tamasya Chapora. He's asking him, please come. I'm just waiting for you. Don't delay. Please come.
I see. It's beautiful. Very conversational as such.
Yeah. Conversation, and also she's telling him, expressing her feeling with music.
And there is, of course, many people are requesting. I don't know if you will take a request from some of our listeners today. Sai Ganesh has requested if you Ninu Veena in Viloma Chapu. Sai Ganesh is requesting you.
Yeah. Yeah, I can sing. I know everything, but
I know.
Just
is there the oldest author, for example, is in Carnatic Sangeet is also Bhagat Jayadeva, then Purandar comes to Purandar Das. It's just before Tyagaraja, Muthuswami Dikshitar and Shama Shastri. Who are the other composers? Anything from Bhagat Ramanand, for example, who lived in Ramanand?
Muthukadu Vandana Subbaya was pre-Tyagaraja. Muthukadu Vandana Subbaya, Ramadas. And,
are there kritis remembered of those? Is it possible to? Will it be wonderful to listen to some of their work? Maybe next time when we sit, it'll be great to look at some of the pre-Trinity composers. Because Bhagat Ramanand is from Chennai area, who went and lived in Varanasi. Some of it, I think 2 or 3 compositions of his are in Guru Granth Sahib. Bhagat Ramanand is part of Guru Bani Sangeet as well, which he composed in the language which he spoke in Sant Bhasha. Kat jaiye re ghar lago rang mera chitna halay man bhayo pang. In Shuddh Basant is Bhagat Ramanand. We remember his original, for example. It goes ga ma ge za ga kat jaiye re ghar lago rang kat jaiye re ghar lago rang kat ja. This is Bhagat Ramanand, for example, who was the teacher of Kabir, Bhagat Kabir and others, 13th, 14th century. But he came from south. He lived in Varanasi, didn't go back. And so it'll be wonderful maybe one day, next time when we sit. I know that you have a busy day today. But it'll be great also to look at those composers. I'll be very much interested to look at pre-Trinity composers as well. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So many things are available also.
Yeah. You were singing. Did you find what you were looking for? Sai Ganesh's request. Could you find
Uh,
that?
oh, shall I sing?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Or if you want to sing something else, it'll be great. I mean, anything else is if you.
Anything, but little. I used to forget, no,
I
because of my
know.
age.
No, you're very young. I'm the one with the white beard.
I will sing a Syama Shastri in Haberi,
I see.
which is not sung generally in the music field.
I see.
It is sung in Riti Gauda, different raga.
I see.
Whereas Haberi is supposed to be the previous one.
I
That
see.
is the original one.
I see.
That's what people, I heard that. So I started singing this Haberi.
I see.
ನಿನ್ನು ಬಿನ್ನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ನಿನ್ನು ಬಿನ್ನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ನಿನ್ನು ವಿನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ನಿನ್ನು ವಿನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ನೋವಿನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ನೋವಿನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ನೋವಿನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ವಿನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ವಿನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ಗತಿ ಲೋಕములో నిరంజని నిఖిల జనని మృణాని భవాని నిన్ను వినా మరిగలద గతి లోకములో నిరంజని నిఖిల జనని మృణాని భవాని నిన్ను వినా మరిగలద పన్నగభూషణుని రాణి పార్వతి కలితే పన్నగభూషణుని రాణి పార్వతి లలితే పరా కుసేయ రాధికను శ్రీ మృగదంబవిలుమ పన్నగభూషణుని రాణి పార్వతి లలితే పరా కుసేయ రాధికను శ్రీ మృగదంబవిలుమని ನೋವಿನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ನಾಮದಿಯೋ ನೀವೇ ಗತಿಯನಿ ನಮ್ಮಿದಿನಿ ನಾಮದಿಯೋ ನೀವೇ ಗತಿಯನಿ ನಮ್ಮಿದಿನಿ ಶ್ಯಾಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣನುತ ಭಗ ಪರಿಪಾಲನೌಮ ಎಲ್ಲಿವೆ ಶ್ಯಾಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣನುತ ಭಗ ಪರಿಪಾಲನೌಮ ಇವೆ ನೋವಿನ ಮರಿಗಲದ ವಿನಾ ಮರಿಗಲದ ವಿನಾ ಮರಿಗಲದ ಗತಿ ಲೋಕములో నిరంజని నిఖిల జనని మృణాని భవాని ನೋವಿನ ಮರಿಗಲದ.
Fantastic. It's a beautiful, beautiful composition. Um, there is a. What was the words of these? Can you share the text of this?
Ninna vinam adigalada. Who is there but for you? To protect me. Pannaga Bhushanuni. You are wearing the snake. Pannaga Bhushanuni Rani. Parvati. You are Parvati. Rani, you are the queen. Shyama Krishna Nuta. You are worshipped by Shyama Krishna. Nuta means worshipped by Shyama Krishna Nuta. Bhakta Paripala, you are the one who protects your devotees. That is the meaning.
And there is one that you mentioned about the Tulasi Bilwa.
Tulasi. That is.
You sing in Aditala, no?
Yeah. That is Tyagaraja.
Right.
So Tyagaraja is using all the flowers. Once the story is behind it. The story, his brother, he used to be very cruel to his brother Tyagaraja. So once he put everything, all the deity and the flowers and everything to the river.
I see.
He didn't know what to do for the puja. No flowers were there. That is what I heard. I don't know whether it's wrong. But when he started doing the puja, one by one, Tulasi, Bilva, everything, all the flowers came to his hand and he was putting to do the puja.
I see.
Was able to do the puja. That's what I heard. So, it is in Kerala also. Tulasi Bilva Mallika Tulasi Bilva Mallika Jalaja Soma Jalakai Pona Ve Tulasi Bilva Mallika Vanaja Soma Jalagai Pona Ve Tulasi Bilva Jalaja Sana Gari Gara Kita Sanaja Sana Gari Gara Kita Jaladaba Sunaba Vibhakara Ganesha Suvinanda Suganda Jaladaba Sunaba Vibhakara Ganesha Harinanda Subanga Tulasi Bilva Mallika Jalaja Suma Jalagai Pona Ve Tulasi Uramuna Mukha Muna Karamuna Bhuda Muna Karamuna Netra Muna Charana Yugam Muna Uramuna Mukha Muna Chiramuna Buddha Muna Karamuna Netra Muna Sarana Yugam Guna Karuna Tonena Ruto Paramananda Muto Karuna Tonena Ruto Paramananda Muto Karuna Tonena Ruto Paramananda Muto Niradamun Sri Jagaraj Nirupari Kudai Yachinch Niradamun Sri Jagaraj Nirupari Kudai Yachinch Ora Bilva Malika Jalaja Suma Janakai Nave Turati
This is not so easy though, because I see that, you see, musical structure is one thing, but the spiritual arrangement, the other tayyari, that is much more difficult to do. Songs can be simple. For example, I'm reminded of talking of economy. One composition which my granduncle, younger granduncle Bhai Baldeep Singh and Bhai Gurcharan, they used to sing. We grew up listening to the radio. It's Ek Pita Ekas Ke Hum Barak, Tu Mera Gurhai, in a very rare form of asa. It starts with what is it? I mean, Ek Pita Ek Pita Ekas Ke Hum Barak Tu Mera Gurhai Pav Malova Mal Mal Dhova Ehuman Taikudesa. I mean, it's economy. But the spiritual arrangement, the bhakti bhav, to be the bhakta, to become the bhakta is the more difficult part. It can be a very, like Swami Haridas, Malshri, 3 notes. Nowadays they say, oh, you cannot have a raga of 4 notes or 3 notes. I mean, the grand elders who built the constitution of ragas and talas, they were bonkers, right? They were illiterate. They created a single note, Archik, Gatik, Samar, Samarantar. What about those ragas? They were not ragas. Were they fools? Look at Swami, he says, I gavagazav, I I mean, there's music, there's a raga. So the economy, the greater the economy, closer to silence you are, but then the spiritual might is visible. Is it not?
Yeah. Exactly.
It is this composition that you just shared with us. It looks simple, but it is so beautiful. It is. It's heart-rending. I mean, it's the Tulsi, Bilva, the whole idea of having lost everything, yet the whole samagri appearing. What does it take to create the samagri or to make it appear? That is the spiritual might, I think.
He himself must have experienced the same feeling. That is how he was able to create all these songs.
Yeah.
So we are all blessed.
Yeah.
To have all these things
exactly.
for our day-to-day life.
How poor we would have been without these marvels, isn't it?
And I used to wonder how people are there without music.
Yeah.
My question is that, without music, how can you live? Many people are like that, no? Without music.
Yes.
And without music is pardonable. But some people, they dislike music. That cannot be understood or pardonable.
Yes. So, can you tell us something about maybe an illustration of Sri Puchi Srinivas Iyengar? Can you share something from him? I have not heard his work before. I don't have much listening experience, but it'll be great. Very curious to hear him.
Yeah, Puchi Srinivas Iyengar was a modern composer. Recently means some 100 years ago.
Right.
He was there. Even his grandson they are grand people are in Singapore now.
I see.
They celebrate Puchi Srinivas Iyengar 100th day. I went there and sang for them.
I see.
Program.
I see.
Yeah, all Puchi Srinivas Iyengar songs. And he also composed many songs in Varnams and Kirtanas and Tillanas and Pallavis.
I see.
Have you heard about Pallavi?
Yes, I have, but not from him. Yes.
Yeah, Pallavis he has composed. So there is one song which, when he was not at all well and he was praying to Lord Venkateshwara, he was not becoming all right, and he felt very agitated and composed a song in Sri Venkatesam in Todi. So now I can sing only the Pallavi only.
I see.
I will sing.
Sure.
Now I am singing a Kirtana in Kedarakoda only.
There is one that you sing with Sarguna Palimpa, no?
Sarguna Palimpa,
yeah.
That's what. Sarguna Palimpa. Sarguna Palimpa Samayam idu. Sarguna பாலிம்ப சமயமுரா நீக்கு சரகுண பாலிம்ப சமயமுரா நீக்கு சரகுண பாலிம்ப சமயமுரா நீக்கு சவயவருணாருரா சதசீஜ நேசர குண பாலிம்ப சமயமுரா நீக்கு சரியவருணாருரா சரசீஜ நேசர குண பாலிம்ப சமயமுரா நீக்கு சரியவருணாருரா சரசீஜ நேசர குண பாலிம்ப சமயமுரா ரமா
Fantastic. That was wonderful.
And you know something, raga singing is different from your raga singing. Hindustani raga singing. Raga singing is building the raga from downwards to upperwards and up to the panchama and come back.
Well, the structure, for example, in the Gurbani Sangeet Parampara, which is after 1947, it has been forgotten. One of the oldest systems is different from the Hindustani. What is the contemporary Hindustani Sangeet? Our structure is very complex in the Gurbani. In the Guru Granth Sahib, we have various pade singing, ik pade, do pade, tipade, chaupade, panch pade, asht pade, sol he. Then we have the tukas, ik tuke, do tuke, tituke, panch tuke. Then we have blends of these pade and tukes. Then we have the partals. We have compositions with multiple talas within a single raga structure. It could be, for example, if I may just quickly illustrate. Nar nar hai namaskaram, nar nar hai namaskaram, jalana dalana vasudha gagana, ekankaram, nar nar hai namaskaram, gam harana dana bona bonayaka. It becomes Mishra Jati. From the Teen Tala, Tritala, it goes to the first stanza is in Mishra Jati, and then the second stanza is in the Tisra Jati, goes to 12, 7 and 12. So, nar nar hai namaskaram, nar nar hai namaskaram, jalana dalana vasudha gagana, ekankaram, nar nar hai namaskaram, 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 harana dana bona bona karana, nagirah niraram, nagirah niraram, nar nar hai namaskaram, nar nar hai namaskar. गंभीर धीर नाम हीर ऊंच मुझय पारंग करण केल गुणय अमोल नानक बल हारंग नर नर नमस्कार Namaskar, Namaskar. This is a very small example, very short example of how very complex structures were there that we have. So it's totally different from what Hindustani Sangeet is. We have ragas in Gurbani Sangeet which don't exist in Hindustani system. And they are older, like Baba Sheikh Farid sang in Rag Suhi. Hindustani Sangeet has no idea, only have Suha. The Suha Kanra, which is the Kafi Mela, not of the Bilawal Mela. So I think what happened with the Mughal Darbar, Mughal court and other royal courts, the music which was outside the courts, which was with the sages, with the saints, that has been forgotten. The documentation in the north of India has only been of the Darbari music. It has not been of the music of the sages, which I think is very unique between the Carnatic Sangeet and the Gurbani Sangeet, is that this is the music of the sages. This is not the music of mere musicians. Yes, musicians sing and benefit. They are much better if they are singing this repertoire. But the Hindustani Sangeet of the day, it is sold. The constitution is from the court music, not from the music of the bhaktas, of the gurus and the Sufi peers. That is the problem which I think happened post 1947, 1950 constructs. And I think some of the attendance that I see of the Shrutis, for example, or the way the Swara moves, I was surprised when I began being acquainted with the Carnatic Sangeet, and some of the scholars from the Carnatic Sangeet got to listen to some of the repertoire that I possess with a direct student lineage from Guru Nanak. You know, my ancestor was his direct disciple. Bhai Sadharan. It's been 5¼ centuries in my family. So some of the movements of the swaras are non-existent in the Hindustani Sangeet. They've changed it. So I am able to appreciate and understand, and it's very intimate because it is directly coming from, it's the music of the saints. It is not the music of mere drama artists. It's different. Thank you so much, Neelaji. Today is also the World Music Day. Many people have, in fact, artist Prem Singh was the first one to say that he joined, he was saying, he said, good to see Sunday morning with Vidushi Neela Ramgopal on World Music Day. And I think with you telling us as a pedagogue, telling how the ragas work, the structures, I thought it's a very fitting morning to celebrate the World Music Day. And I wish all the musicians and artists around the world in this very difficult time when everybody is caught up and locked up, I think we can wish them our best.
Enjoy the whole thing, whole episode of this today morning, being significantly World Music Day. I really cherish. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and we'll continue our conversation in the near future. Maybe next month I'll seek some time from you, and I would like to look at different composers closely in the raga structures. I was very interested in that in one raga there would be many kritis, how the raga flowed, the compositional structure flowed. How do you understand a raga by way of learning many kritis? I think that these are some very important points that you mentioned about learning kritis first before going into the idea of learning the alapa or the ambit, the extent of the raga structure. I think raga lapa would be very wonderful if we can meet in the near future. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful Sunday. I appreciate it. Yeah, namaskar. Friends, this is my conversation with one of our nation's finest pedagogues and musicians, Vidushi Neela Ramgopal, from she is joining us from Bangalore, or Bengaluru as it has been, renamed. The British changed plenty of, they put plenty of nicknames, isn't it? I have to rush now because I'm going to be on Republic TV looking at the Sino-Indian border dispute as it is, and which is unfortunate. I'm very alarmed. We've lost many soldiers on both sides, which is a pity. And I'll be looking at. I've been requested to join there today at 4:30. Nevertheless, I'll see you again, and I'll be with our very dear friends Javed Niazi and Babar Niazi at 4 p.m. Pakistan time and 4:30 p.m. India time. I'll be continuing my conversation with them. It was the 59th episode. This will be 59B today at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then, and I will take your leave now. And thank you so very much for joining. It was an extraordinary session. I really enjoyed. She's such a darling, such a beautiful elder of our nation, and she's done so much, such tremendous work. She's been teaching. She's given. She's been a great Mali as a gardener, if I may, given us many promising young talent. And I know that Sri Lata is here. Poor corporate sector. She was told. Sri Lata was telling me that she was telling Neela Mami told me, why are you working? Why are you wasting time in the corporate sector? She's an MTech. Here she is now, fully into music. I think these are small things, but these are very big. These are massive contributions to identify the talent and to provide them space, provide them knowledge, provide them space, make them responsible attendees of our cultural heritage. And that's serving our civilization, is serving the nation and serving humanity. So I cannot thank her enough. I'll see you soon at 4:30, but of course, those who are television buffs, I'll see you at noon for the Sunday debate with Arnab Goswami on the Republic TV. Namaskar. Khuda Hafiz. A very good Sunday, World Music Day. Compliments to each one of you. And Sat Kartar.